Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well. Welcome to our kitchen, wherever you are in the world. We've got some subscribers from Fiji. I was looking the other day, so hello Fiji. And some subscribers that are literally in the same street that I live in, so hello neighbour. Anyhow, today we're doing a recipe that I have been bombarded with requests with, particularly in the last couple of weeks. This is going to be a chocolate cake, a chocolate ganache cake. But this is oven free, it is mixer free, so maybe you just dump all the ingredients in, and also egg free. So it's really intriguing. We do need to do a little bit of a hack because I don't have the proper utensil thing, appliance thing that we need, but I think it's gonna be pretty darn tasty indeed. So let's get going and muddle our way through this chocolate chip fantasy of steamy goodness. The only step I do know, hence mentioning the word steam just a moment ago, is that instead of putting it in the oven, we create a steamer. Now, I don't have a steamer large enough to cook this cake in the tin I want to use, so we can actually use quite a common hack that I've never done before, which sounds amazing. Let me just build our steamer. I do my own stunts and I don't rehearse, you can tell, right? All right, now, this foil plate tin pan is gonna help cook our cake. Now, this pan, you might remember, I made a giant sushi in that. I don't know if you can see, it's actually warped. So this would be fine if I could put the lid on. If I force it, it does actually go in, but I'm worried I might shatter the glass. Basically, I need a new pot. We put it in the oven and it went. So the steam, we're gonna pour water in here. We're gonna wrap tin foil, okay? Put little balls in there, all about the same size, same height. We'll then sit a plate on there and then put our tin in there, foil on top, and we should be able to steam our cake. The only thing I need to keep an eye on is the water level, but let's get to that point first. But this is our homemade steamer. Amazing. So the ingredients seem pretty standard. Flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, vanilla powder. That was what stood out. I have never heard of vanilla powder before, and it does say half a teaspoon. So I'm thinking it's vanilla extract. That's what I'm gonna go for. Sugar, milk, oil, and lemon juice. So that's gonna be like a really moist cake with the oil in there, like with carrot cakes and stuff. But what we learned the other day when we made the Korean fried chicken, lemon juice with the milk, is that gonna kind of give it a buttermilk vibe? Because I've had that in cake before, and even that was insane. This could be amazing. Yeah, I got all the ingredients ready, including a lemon. I need well, not even half a lemon, but the other lemon, because it makes the room smell nice. I've put just by the dogs, because one of you is seriously popping off. You need to stop it, and this is gonna be my air freshener. Oh my gosh, I'm just watching the video now, and vanilla powder does actually exist. Oh my gosh, I'm sure we'll be all right, really. But the first thing they do is basically take their dry ingredients, their flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, and bicarbonate of soda. Vanilla powder, that's like unicorn dust. That sounds amazing. So all the dry ingredients. Oh my gosh, they actually use a hand whisk. But it says no mixer. I mean, that's very specific, like no electric mixer. To me, a mixer is still a hand whisk. Like, I thought it was just gonna be like dumping it all in, and those do exist. Yeah, I just looked on Amazon and I can legitimately order vanilla powder. I have never heard of that before. This is like 22nd century kind of stuff going on there, isn't it? Wow, that's cloudy. Oh my gosh. I guess, you know, this is still just merging it into one powder. I guess I don't need to use a whisk. I could use a pug or something. So we're not actually like having to beat it together to make a batter. I guess that's where they're coming from. All right, so then we just literally just dump in the rest. So the milk's going in. Look how bubbly that is. Oh, that's crazy. It's like a little chocolate jacuzzi. The oil goes into, so this is my equivalent of the vanilla powder. I'm gonna do the vanilla extract. And this is where I'm not sure, with the lemon I should just squeeze it carefully into a teaspoon, but I love this gadget, so I'm just gonna try and guess half a teaspoon with one kind of like, okay? Yeah, that did it. Now part of me really wants to just leave it like that because I feel that's what I was led to believe this was, but no, we are allowed to just whisk this together. It's a very, very wet mixture. Oh my gosh. So I've not over mixed that any more than needed. I've just basically ensured that all the flour and the dry ingredients are combined in there as one lovely glossy mixture. Look at that. Nice and greased there. Lovely jubbly. And then let's just pour. Oh, it's a very airy batter. Oh, it's the sort of thing I made to make sure that I actually lock the tin and just like ends up pouring all out onto the worktop. Okay. And then we're going to commence our amazing homemade steamer. I think it's going to be okay, surely. There's no eggs, so I don't know why I said that. Oh my gosh. My worst nightmare is occurring. It's actually coming. I'm just getting my foil ready. Look, it's escaping from the pan. That's okay. I'll have to, do you know what? I cannot risk. Look, it's coming out. I'm gonna get that into a non-springform tin, so I will line the bottom. I was hoping to jump to a magical greased, non-loose bottom pan, but I remember now, Mrs. B and I had a conversation. We were like, we don't need ones without a non-release base thing. They're the future. And we literally chucked, apart from a few very small ones, chucked them all out. So, these ones, too heavy, too big, won't fit in the pan. I commenced the return of the pan we just used, but now this is the Rambo pan. See, it's got a bandana. I might get some people that go, oh, I've only got springform tins, or loose bottom ones. If this works, we're reinventing the wheel. I'm gonna probably get about 7 or 8 of these just to make sure I've got enough balance. That's the word, balance. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, a little bit of movement, I assume, will be all right. Oh, yes. Look at that. I think we're there. I think we've done it. So our pan is going in there. Oh, yes, that's good. I'm just making sure it's right in the center. I want it to obviously try and stay level. So that is the steamer.
Nice.
I'm steaming a cake. That's gonna steam for an hour, but obviously the water, well, it was warm.
I'm sure my nan used to do something like this.
Really?
Steam puddings.
Can I get her in a video once? That'd be amazing. I'm gonna get this up so it is steaming and then steam from an hour of there, and most importantly, keep my eye on the water. Okay, so just before it is warming up, I can have a little peek to see how level it is. I think it's tipped slightly one way, but I'm not gonna touch it. And also more importantly, I can't see the batter coming out of it. So, oh my gosh, let's just see if this works. This is turning into a bit of a bonkers one. A better angle if I come from around here, folks. You see the steam coming out of it? It's been 20 minutes and it kind of looks a little bit, oh my gosh, I'm gonna burn my arm if I do that. Let's go this side. Looks like a little bit of a goblin in the middle. You see that? It's like a turtle shell. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully that's gonna puff up and rise. Or it might look a little bit different, and that's why you have the ganache topping. But the water's bubbling away and making sure that it doesn't touch the plate, but also that it doesn't evaporate entirely. Another 40 minutes to go. Let's see what happens. I'm finding there's not much to do, so I've just put the lid on it just to hold the foil down. Something to do, isn't it? And I don't want to start the ganache until I know it's cooked. I'm a bit worried about that middle, but hopefully that's where it's probably raw and it'll rise up. Mrs. B here doesn't really care.
No.
Because
I found Marmite hummus.
You found Marmite hummus on the weekly shop. Okay, so let's commence accidental middle of the video whilst the cake cooks Marmite hummus taste test. Oh my gosh.
You're not meant to eat it like that though. Oh,
that's horrible. That's like eating tarmac. Oh, if you like Marmite, you'll love that.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Ah! I keep peeking to look at the water. It's fine. It is. It's hot. Be very careful. I just wanted to see if the turtle was gone. We're just gonna have to trust the process. 20 minutes left to go. It's been an hour. Let's get this off. I've got my tongs for the foil. I might just leave it to sit there for a minute. Can you see that? You know the most exciting thing is the bodge string around the tin actually worked. It does actually. Oh my gosh! Look, cook through. I don't even. There, I can see. It almost looks like one of those sponge tins that you cook. You steam those old school. Oh my gosh! Right, we'll let this cool, and as it's cooling, we'll start to make the ganache. Oh, it has gone a bit lopsided. Oops. Maybe as it cools, it might settle back to a little bit more of a level thing, but you can't deny that is a chocolate cake. Cool down and ganache up. Okay, so for the ganache, it is some dark chocolate, and apparently we can do this in the steamer too, but I want to just do it in the microwave. Milk. So I do have cream. We'll try and put that at the end, perhaps to serve it with it. I've never done a ganache with milk before. And along with that, a little tablespoon of butter. Oh yeah, but I did say no oven, didn't I? And that is classed as a microwave oven. Ah. Back to my steamer. We've gone to all that effort. I've done a much lower amount of water this time because we don't want that hitting the bowl at all. And this is kind of like a bain-marie in a pan. But this will totally work. I'm just going to stir it gently as the steam begins to melt the butter and the chocolate together into one, hopefully, non-cream glossy ganache. Yes, folks, that is working really, really well. So once you've done your cake, don't tip your water away, keep it warm, and then stick your ganache in, because that's working an absolute charm. I think I just might steam everything. Loving it. And just while that ganache cools down, this is how windy it is. My wheelbarrow has just decided to sort of do well, control itself. This has worked. This is really nice and cold. It's leveled down slightly. There's nowhere near as much of an angle as it was before. Only slightly. But this, oh, we've got a little bit of courtesy batter just at the bottom there, but it held the leaks. It stopped the water getting in. It stopped the batter getting out. So if you're ever in a kerfuffle like that, that's a nice little solution. Oh yes. Oh my gosh, that feels like a car sponge. It's like a little bit wet. I'm getting like chocolatey hands, and this is really damp, but that felt so delicate. Bits of string and paper and wet everywhere. It just feels like I've done maybe not more of a recipe, more of a magic trick, but it's really dark on the top there, but you've got a deliciously dark, it's almost like a two-tone brownie vibe going on. Very strange. But this might be a rather nice scene as we drench the ganache on. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's quite nice. It's a nice consistency, that, because it's not immediately running off. So if I just go from the middle and just encourage it slightly. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Oh yes! Oh my gosh, it's all covered around the edges as well. I love the glossiness. Now, I'm going to return that to my garage because it's basically an enormous fridge. And we're going to let it set. Oh my gosh, that's close. I have never had ganache with milk before, as I say. And that is absolutely out of this world. It's going to be quite a dark, intense cake. But let's see what it's like. It has been about 2 hours and I've let that set, and you can see there is a slight angle there. It looks a bit like a flat cap that a farmer would wear, but I do realise now that the cake tin I used was slightly larger, plus we had that angle on our homemade steamer, so it hasn't probably given it enough chance to lift, but it has risen a little bit, and I'm really excited to try this. It's like set with a nice shine on it. Oh. So I'm going to go here. Oh wow, that was a lovely slice. Oh wow. So I'll have it like this and we'll warm one with Mrs. B. Oh, it's like 20 seconds in the microwave.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it smells so good. The microwave feels like such a cheat, doesn't it? Like after all this. And also there's a lemon. We put the lemon in there. Will it taste the lemon?
Oh, is it going to be a lemon chocolate cake?
Yeah, but maybe it's the acidity that we learnt before. It's going to help with that. I've ever had buttermilk cake. I'm sure I made you one before. Oh my gosh! Right, so we got a gooey one. Oh, you can see it. And we got a cold one. I think we should try both.
Me too.
Let's try.
Let's go warm first before it goes cold. That's so soft.
That's soft,
chocolatey.
warming, comforting. The ganache has got a rich dark tang to it, hasn't it? It's like, the dark chocolate depth. There's a lot of cocoa in the sponge, with the dark chocolate on the ganache. Very, very nice.
Very nice.
Ooh, that's soft.
Oh yeah, that's still soft.
I prefer that. You went, I'm not sure. Bit more congealed, but that's still soft and tender. It's not tough or dry in any way.
No, that's just as nice.
Yeah, I think there's like that comforting thing, isn't it? When it's warm, it's like that,
warm chocolate.
Bit of ice cream on the side, but oh my gosh. You like it? I think I actually prefer it cold.
At the end of the day, chocolate cake's chocolate cake.
That is a very good point. And it worked. So if you have not heard of this recipe before, do try it out, check it and give it a go and let me know if you make your own homemade steamer. And I think hot or cold doesn't matter, like
No.
stonking.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
Folks, this is the day after, and as you can see, we've had a really good effort at that because it is extremely addictive. Just gonna cut it through again as our kettle boils in the background. But like, it's not dry, it's delicious, it's loving, it's comforting. It's like an Elvis song in a form of a chocolate cake, and it's kind of got the texture of like a gatto, hasn't it?
It has.
It's so sort of, it's not dry at all.
No.
That's what I can't get over.
Delicious.
It is honestly so good.